Political parties in the government of national unity had 3 weeks to reach consensus after last month's showdown when the finance minister was forced to cancel the initial tabling of the budget. The treasury had to retract its proposed 2% VAT hike but received the go-ahead on a 1% increase split over 2 years, taking the value-added tax rate to 16% in 2026.
Madam Speaker, VAT is a tax that affects everyone. By opting for a marginal increase to VAT, its divisional effect and impact were costly considered. The increase is also the most effective way to avoid further spending cuts and to enable us to extend the social wage.
The 0.5% hike in VAT will rake in around $1.5 billion in revenue this year, less than half of the $3.5 billion that would have come in under the 2% VAT hike proposed in February. Next year's 0.5% increase will rake in a further $738 million. In order to fill the gap, social grant recipients will get a smaller increase this year. Home Affairs will also receive less, and the contingency reserve has been reduced to $270 million.
Some of these savings will be used to build up fiscal buffers that we need as protection against future economic shocks. Shocks like the COVID-19 pandemic and other uncertainties stemming from the rising geopolitical tensions and the global economic ramifications thereof.
The 5.5% wage increase for public servants will cost an additional $1.3 billion. The COVID-19 social distress grant will be extended for another year at a cost of $1.9 billion. And $277 million will cover the cost of deploying SANDF troops to the DRC. $55 billion has been allocated to infrastructure projects over the next 3 years to help spur economic growth.
There still is a significant budget deficit, but the minister said a decision was made not to accrue further debt in order to fund shortfalls. The Treasury projects that debt will peak next year at 76.2% of GDP and recede in the following years. But with just 1.8% growth forecast over the medium term, South Africa's finances will remain strained. Smita Naidu, CGTN, Parliament, Cape Town.